Squad? It's your girl KDZ baby, and I'm back again with another video for you guys. And I thought that since I'm reacting to episode 3 today on my Patreon for Riverdale, that I would just react to a couple of Riverdale videos. So I reacted to a Shoni video, Madeline's channel with Vanessa Morgan, and now I'm gonna be reacting to Strict Rules of Riverdale Cast You Need to Hear, The Catcher. So I don't know how accurate these are. I don't know anything. I just thought that it was an interesting type of video, so I'm definitely gonna check it out, and I'm ready to hear what they have to say. And you know, I feel like some of these would be pretty like, what? Like, for real, they do that? Like, they can't do this? Like, they can't wear that? Blah blah blah. But I'll have the link in the description if you want to join Patreon. It's only $6 a month, and I react to I'm reacting to 5 different shows right now: Riverdale, The Vampire Diaries, Glee, Julie and the Phantoms, and Pretty Little Liars. So if you like any of those, I definitely think that you should join. It's worth it. I upload at least 20 reactions a month, and it's lit. It's lit. And they're always there. The reactions are always there. So even if you join later on, you'll unlock all of them. You get what I'm saying? You'll have you a whole binge amount. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's get into this, y'all. 1, 2, 3.
Did Madeline Petch break the no spoilers rule on the first episode of the newest season? Why does Lily Reinhardt hate her character's look? And how does KJ Appa plan to keep breaking one of the most important rules? Hi, I'm Janet, and today, The Catcher is revealing the strict rules that every Riverdale actor has to follow if they want to keep their job. 1. Learn your lines. Okay, this may seem like a super obvious rule for actors, but we're not talking about their characters' dialogue. Nope. Before every interview that they do, the entire Riverdale cast is given a list of things they can talk about, as well as a list of things they are not allowed to say. And though it's probably really hard for the actors to remember their dialogue and their talking
Hey, I understand. I really do. I feel like a lot of movies and shows, like casting, they definitely tell them the same thing when they go to interviews.
And the press made it look like
so they don't give away too much
Riverdale
information.
was like being in prison. Ouch. 2. Be nice or go home. Hold up. There are people who don't know this. We're pretty sure it goes without saying that you should be nice to your coworkers to avoid scandals. But I guess the CW network needs to remind its stars about this. Not only are the Riverdale stars expected to be nice to each other on set, but they're banned from throwing shade off screen, and especially on social media. And that's just a good rule for life, guys. You're not going to get far if you're mean and hard to work with. But that doesn't mean there hasn't been any drama on the Riverdale set.
Like, everybody has that.
I lied. That's exactly what it means. Although the cast was initially hesitant about their Kiwi leading man, KJ Appa, because they thought he was arrogant, the actor later revealed he was really just incredibly shy and didn't feel as though he fitted in with his American castmates.
I saw KJ's Twitter, and he was smashing 2 Red Bulls and flexing. And I was like, oh God, here we go.
Yeah, I thought KJ was going to be really, like,
KJ Appa.
into himself.
Yeah. Thankfully, they all talked it out, and now the cast is as close off screen as they are on screen.
I'm too dead.
3. No spoilers. That's right.
That goes
CW
along
and
with
Netflix are
the
both
interviewing,
really
like what you
strict
can't
about
say.
the cast not leaking any spoilers for the show, so the actors don't even get their full scripts until the last minute to avoid them knowing what will happen and possibly sharing that very valuable information. And it gets worse. The cast are also not allowed to have their mobiles on set or take any pictures and videos while working, but they have encrypted emails with specific passwords so that if any hackers access Riverdale details, they'll know who to fire. Yes, it's a fireable offense. Ouch! And though this really isn't a problem for most of the cast because they're all so busy working, it poses a slight problem for Madeline, who's got to be careful about what she shows on her YouTube vlogs.
Right.
In fact, in one of her videos, she mentioned the Riverdale prom, a detail that the producers might not want to have revealed. Oops! So that's why we only ever see her Riverdale changing room in her videos. She wants to keep her job, even if it makes her background a little boring.
Right, because I react to her in her trailer, in her house, her apartment, and that makes sense.
I'm really excited to go back to work.
My voice is so... I'm sorry.
At least she's owning it.
Here she is. Today's look, featuring 26-year-old going to prom.
4. Your body is a temple, so keep it healthy. If you've ever wondered how one show can have so many beautiful people in it, it's probably because Netflix and the CW both have high standards for the actors. Apart from no makeup being allowed on set, to give the makeup department a nice fresh canvas to work with, the actors aren't allowed to have tattoos and need to follow exercise regimes and diets to ensure that they stay looking good and in shape with flawless skin. After all, nobody will want to see an actress with a ton of makeup plastered all over her spots and rings under her eyes. But there's more. None of the cast are allowed to cut their hair or change the style. Guys, is there no budget for a few wigs? And several
That makes sense though.
notably KJ Apa, have to dye their hair to look more like
Like there's even some casting directors where they're like, hey, would you be okay with if we wanted to, you know, change your hair color or cut your hair or wear wigs? Like, it's definitely part of it if you look at
and
it.
it's really annoying and very frustrating. But this is actually the most challenging rule for the man behind Archie. Not only does he have to dye his hair and eyebrows, and let us tell you, that's no fun. He actually told Marie Claire, it was really painful the first and second time. They ended up bleaching my eyebrows, and I had 2 holes. They burnt into my skin. But he needs to spend about 40 minutes getting his tattoos covered over by the makeup department every time he has had a shirtless scene.
I didn't even
Just about
realize
every
that.
episode, if we're honest.
Well, I haven't
And it
seen him
probably
shirtless in
won't
the
get
show
any
yet.
better.
Never
He's already
mind.
gotten 2 more tats while he's been working on Riverdale, and will probably get more. In an interview with People, he
They do
said,
really well.
I'm addicted to them. I love tattoos. I love the art of them, and I love the experience of getting them. And that's not all. He's got to make sure those abs he's always showing off look good.
Right.
So he's on a strict
the boy
diet
next
and
door.
exercise regimen to stay
But
fit.
yeah, that's actually the reason why I want to be careful when I get my first tattoo, because I don't want to get it in a place where it will be hard for me to get a roll.
5. You're the only one for me, or else. It may sound romantic to say that Netflix and CW want these actors all to themselves, but it's not really, because Riverdale is shot every day until completion. There's no time for the actors to have a side project, and even if they did, their employers wouldn't be happy about it. In fact, the Riverdale stars are not allowed to have any scheduling conflicts, no other projects or movies on the go, unless they take place only when Riverdale isn't being filmed. But
Right.
considering that the show is filmed literally every day of the week while shooting, it's just not possible. 6. Life is a song, so sing it. If you thought that the Riverdale cast is really musical, it's not an accident. When the different actors auditioned for their roles, they had to prove they could sing and dance, which is why it's hilarious that some of the cast, especially Cole Sprouse, have hinted that they don't like the musical episodes in the show. And though KJ is actually a talented guitar player, he even released his first album when he was just 14,
Look at
called
KJ.
The Back Room. But the actor has pointed out that playing the guitar and singing are 2 different skill sets.
That's pretty cool.
And he's definitely less fond of the singing. 7. Respect the brand and each other. While Riverdale features some of the most beautiful young actors in the industry, and we've all seen KJ Apa with his shirt off enough times to know just how hard his six-pack is, the cast is forbidden from posting any pictures of themselves on social media that is revealing or sexy. This may seem a little confusing. They're made to look sexy every day on set, but it's really about maintaining the good image of the show. Too many times we've seen celebs posting pretty raunchy pictures of
Okay,
themselves
they didn't
online,
have to do that.
and that's just not the image that the Riverdale team wants its cast to have. These guys need to be
Wait, but
classy
can't
at
KJ
all
like
times.
post a shirtless
And the
pic?
same line,
I'm pretty sure he
actors
can.
are expected not to have relations with other cast members and to always be totally respectful of members of the opposite sex. That means no flirting or lingering hugs. Also, if they do date a co-star and it ends badly, they are still expected to bring their A game and be absolutely professional with their ex, which must be really challenging. Of course, we
Oh, yeah.
understand that these kinds of rules came about after the #MeToo movement, but it's gonna pose some challenges for the actors, especially for Cole and Lily, who've gotten back together after a break. 8. A contract doesn't mean job security. No one likes to say goodbye to their favorite character, and we can only imagine how hard it is when you're an actor who finds out you're being killed off. But all good things
Yeah,
must
that's
come
tough.
to an end. Sadly, just having a contract for a number of seasons and episodes doesn't actually mean you'll appear for that period of time. The risk of being killed off can come at any time. And when it does, the actor is expected to still stay on for the duration of their contract, in case the show wants to film any additional material. or
Right,
flashback
like them as
scenes.
being,
Luckily, they're still
flashbacks
paid
and
for the
stuff.
remainder of a contract, even if they don't get asked back. So it's not all doom and gloom. not.
Makes sense. I
Their
mean, you're still
personal
getting
safety
paid.
is important. But not all the rules are in place to protect the show. There's a very important rule in place to keep the actors safe. After an incredibly long day of filming in 2017, KJ Apa was driving home when he fell asleep at the wheel and had a car accident. Although no one was hurt, it served as a warning for the cast that they needed to look after themselves. And they were shaken, with a few of the cast members asking for the studio to make their working environment safer. In response, the show's producers told Business Insider that, in accordance with industry standard policy, if any cast or crew member feels tired or unsafe at any time after working, the studio will provide a taxi, a driver, or a hotel room upon request.
That's
so
really
KJ
cool.
was spot on when he told Esquire it was a blessing in disguise. I came out unscathed, and I learned from it. Thank goodness for that. 10. Be ready for anything. As if the threat of being written out of a show or fired for accidentally posting spoilers wasn't bad enough, there's a final rule that makes sure the Riverdale actors are always on their toes. And that's to expect the unexpected. Whether it's the death of a co-star or an international pandemic, they need to make sure they're ready to change their character, location, or story if needed. And as we wait for the 5th season of Riverdale to be released, we're excited to see how the actors have applied this rule. What's next for Archie and his Riverdale friends? We're excited to find out. What do you think will happen in the newest season of Riverdale? Let it
Well, I have no clue because I haven't even gotten to the end of the first season yet. But, yeah, pretty much all of these are ones that you would expect, of course. And that a lot of other casts have, like, the same type of rules. And they're definitely understandable. Nothing too out of the norm or too shocking. But, yeah, this was so cool little video, though. It was just uploaded September 30th. I'm saying just like it was September last. No, it was October last. Bruh, November going by fast. This whole year went by fast, dude. That's crazy. But it's a cool little video. Like I said, I enjoyed it. Make sure you guys join Patreon if you want to watch my full-length reactions to the TV show. And make sure you guys subscribe, hit the bell so you know I post more videos like this. And make sure you comment any other videos you want to see having to do with the Riverdale cast. And if you do subscribe and if you do hit the bell, then you will see me in the next video. Hey, stay lit. Yeah.
It's K-Dizzy, baby.